Hello YouTube, Dane83 back again. This is going to be a little bit of everything sort of video. Let's call it celebration of me going over 100 subscribers. It's my first milestone, I guess, other than, I assume my first milestone is probably getting 1 subscriber or 1 view. Anyway, I've been hovering around the top end of the 90 marks for ages, and even with the subscriber cull, I suppose it was, where they were getting rid of inactive accounts, I have now surpassed, I think at the time of this video I'm on 117, which is a great thanks to Carl Woodlin37. I don't praise him very often on this channel, but I will do now. He did give me a big shout out on his last video from a package I sent him a couple of months ago of just some doubles that I'd picked up, and I've had a fair few, I think about 15 subscribers come over from just that video alone. So Carl, thanks very much. You do need to admit defeat in the old TikTok battle though, mate. I have the photo you sent me to prove that I was right. Right, so other than that, what am I going to do in this video? Obviously I'm going to say thank you to some people. I'll probably leave that till towards the end to make you watch my video and see if I thank you. And I've got some pickups, not all from the booters, various deals with a lad who I've bought stuff off of, bought stuff from in Gumtree before, should I say, and now he just messaged me straight away rather than advertising it, and we cut some deals. I've spoke about him before on this videos, so I picked up some more stuff from him. I went to a local, it's not like an antique shop, well I guess it is in a way, but they have a bit of everything. It's called the Emporium. It's literally just up the road from my house. Didn't get no gaming stuff, but some cool stuff that I'll show you anyway. And I did bother to get up at the boot sale. Today's Wednesday, I got the day off work, so I decided I'd pop to the booter and waste my time, other than I had a bit of a laugh talking to some of the regular folk while we watched over other people arguing over an empty Pokémon box. But anyway, that's the state of the booters around here. So yeah, I'll get on with my pickups first. I'll probably talk about, obviously everyone's playing Pokémon Go at the moment. I'm going to try and see if I can upload a little bit of footage of me playing Pokémon Go that I've captured on my phone. I'll try and upload that while I talk, while I might do a voiceover or something, or I might do it in a separate video. But anyway, everyone's playing Pokémon Go, watch you don't get yourself run over. And I did record some footage from the charity shops, which I'll probably just splice in at the end of the video. In fact, I might do a medley at the end of the video with me walking around the charity shops, picking up some stuff that you're going to have seen in this video, and also the Pokemon Go footage as well. I might just put it at the end of this video in like a bit of music at the end so you can watch. Right, so I'll start off with the stuff that's not really gaming that I got from the Emporium antique shop up the road from my house. You all know I do collect vinyl and I do love my action figures. So when I saw this Master of the Universe, I mean, to me, I've just framed this because He-Man's cool. I don't care how old you are, He-Man is cool. It's got like a story on there, but it's also got, I'm going to get it out now to read to see what it's got. Yeah, it's got the battle theme on the one side and the Eternia theme on the other side. So I haven't put it on my record player yet, basically because I ain't had time to set it up. I want to say it was £6. No, it was £7 this. I think it was £7. A lot more than I normally pay, but it's nice condition, and I've never seen one before, so I'll probably pick it up. And the other thing's not retro at all. I'm going to show this now, and I'm going to have to mention the subject because it's come out in the last couple of days, which I don't want to mention. And it's Ecto 1 from the original Ghostbusters. It's one of them Titan figures that I occasionally feature here, but I've got Pikachu at the moment. My Pikachu money box because Pokemon goes out. I'll try and put a different figure in each thing. That was £6. I believe it was with a loot crate or arcade block or something. One of the ones I don't have, which I know Woodlin texted me card me for having them, but I do like some of the figures they're mini. That was £6. Obviously, the film's come out. People have very strong opinions of it. I have a really strong opinion of it. I refuse to do a YouTube video on it because I don't want to lose any subs now. I've just gone over 100. But I won't be watching the new film, so if anyone wants to know what my opinion was, that is a big giveaway. Right, I'm just going to reach over because I've left one game and I can see it here, and I've just knocked some Game Boy games over. Right, I'll go through what I picked up off the lad who I deal with on Gumtree. By the way, that's Wipeout in the background. I don't know why it's not running. It probably will do in a bit. It's just stopped. I bought all this bundle off this lad for £22. I think it worked out about £2 a game. I'm just flicking through now to make sure I've got the right ones. Those ones are definitely from him. Them aren't. Those are. Those are. Yeah, all these are now. I think there's 11 games. There might be more. I might be wrong. First one, I'll show you the Xbox games. X-Men Legends. I ain't got it. As I say, I'll just flick through what he's got now, because I do ask him how much for the lot, but it's more than what I want to pay, and then when I flick through and say what I want, it seems to come to less than what I thought I would pay. So there's X-Men Legends there. Dynasty Warriors 3. These are all boxed and complete with manuals and that. I'm not going to be flipping them over to you. So yeah, that was a game I ain't got. I ain't even heard of a Star Trek game before. But this is Star Trek Shattered Universe. Star Trek Shattered Universe. Looks like you play as ships or something like that. A couple of PS1 titles. I think he chucked this one in because it's got no manual. Micro Machines V3. This is like what Tutu was on about, the value pack version of the Co-Masters games. This one is. I thought it was the black label because I only saw the side when he was showing them me. And then I got in. I'm not that bothered. X-Men Mutant Academy 2. If you looked at the back of this game, you'd probably never buy it because it looks a bit rough. Really rough, to be fair. But I ain't got it, so it's in my collection now. So that's those. One Dreamcast title I picked off him. Soul Calibur. And get my Dreamcast title is growing slowly. I mean, I had tons when I was younger, but stupid, I sold them. I'll show you the 3 loose Game Boy original games. There's Star Wars. I haven't got that, so now that's in my collection. Mortal Kombat. I think I've got this one, but I'll probably end up moving it on. 12-in-1 knockoff special. I don't even know what games are on there. And there is a couple of Game Boy Advance games. There's a boxed one, which is in quite nice condition. Dynasty Warriors Advance. Looks like an RPG sort of game. It was in nice condition. It's got all the stuff inside. So yeah, I mean, these were all like £2 each. I think that was worth it. And the one main game I wanted is this next one. It is a loose Game Boy Advance copy of Super Mario Kart Super Circuit. Now I've heard this is probably one of the best versions of Super Mario Kart, so I'll be looking forward to playing that, and I've wanted to get it for a while. I think it's about £7 on eBay. So yeah, I paid £22 for that lot, which is a little less than what I thought I would do, so I was quite pleased with that. Then as you'll see when I show the footage, I'll go around some of the charity shops in Dudley. The one charity shop's got a couple of Master System titles. The prices aren't too bad, but there's a couple of boxes that are a bit battered, so I don't pick them up, and none of them have got manuals, so I didn't bother picking them up. I mean, they aren't bad titles. I think there's Rastan that I need, but again, the case was battered. And I can't think what the other one was that I wanted. But they ain't got the manual, and they were roughly about what I could get them off eBay for with the manual, so I decided to pass them, but you'll see that in the footage at the end when I've edited. I think the only thing I did, oh I tell you, I picked up 2 things. I didn't get footage of the one because this game was underneath the counter at a charity shop, and I didn't want a video like right in front of like the counter where all the drawing is and all that, and it looks a bit dodgy. And it was a game I hadn't heard of, and it was $7.99, which is a lot more than I normally pay for a game at a charity shop. But then when I did a little bit of research, it's actually a lot more than that when you pay on eBay. And is it Grenadier? It's all complete, nice condition. It's got the 2 discs, nice thick manual. $7.99. I looked on eBay. It's between £15–20 sort of game, so I picked it up. It's like an RPG, which is probably the genre I don't like the most. Although I pay Fallout with that class, I'm not too sure. But I might give it a go because it does look quite cool. you know, I haven't bought it to just flip it. This will go in my collection. It's still got the blooming $7.99 charity shop sticker on it. And the other game I bought, which you'll see me looking at in a window of, it's a shop called Rounds. It's like a local independent cash converter, crack converter, whatever you want to call them. And it was £2 and it was a SNES game. And I thought, SNES game, £2, why not? And I felt sorry for it because no one's ever going to buy it because it's the Benson and Hedges version. That is some serious nicotine or something damage, sun damage. But I do want to do a video of me doing some retro writing because I've got some of the original stuff. I might lend some of Ant Harper, Retro Game Collector's hair dye for when he does his highlights. And I thought, if I can get this back, then I can get anything back to some sort of state. So it is a little project, and it was £2. £2 for a SNES game, I'm not going to moan. And my final two pickups are from today. They're from the booter. It was proper bare. It had all the usual rats, vultures, scavenging for stuff. Literally two of them were arguing over an empty Pokémon 3DS game case until they realised it was empty, which me and another lad had a little bit of a chuckle about. While they were moaning about that, the guy put this on the table. It's another Game Boy knockoff cart, really. Super 32 in one. But I think it's like about 8 games repeated 4 times. But I like these knockoff things. I'll pick them up. It was £1, so I'm not going to moan. And the other thing, I picked up another one of these. I'll probably end up selling it at Revival. It's a Sonic money box. It's got the rubber in the bottom. I suppose I ought to give Liam the rubber, being as he had the one without the rubber. But I shall sell it when I get to Revival. I won't be selling it anywhere near eBay prices. Or if anyone who watches my video hasn't got one of these and wants one of these, drop me a message. There'll come some sort of deal, but I'll have to package it really carefully. So yeah, that was all my pickups really. I need to do a games room tour again, but it won't be till after Revival because my room's a dump. I'm trying to sort through things, and it's the one thing I hate doing is sorting through things to sell. Because I test them, then I put them away, and then I have to check roughly what price I'm going to put them out at. So yeah, I wasn't very prepared for Doncaster, and I'm not very prepared for Revival. But no doubt it'll all go well because Doncaster went well. I'm just drinking my strawberry and kiwi water. Yay. Oh, it does seem to every now and then be doing something. Right, so that's all my pickups. So for those of you who've skipped my pickups bit because you find them boring, welcome back. I want to do a few shout outs. Obviously I've surpassed my 100, and there's some people who've helped me along the way obviously since I first started. If you ever go back and watch my first video, which I won't be doing because I'll probably look at it now and it looks horrendous to the rest. It took me 42 takes to do that first video, and that's when after that I decided everything's going to be done off the cuff in one take. That's why you get me pulling stupid faces when I get stuff wrong, because I think, you know what, forget it, I'm not redoing the whole video for that one mistake. People can just laugh at me pulling faces. First off is Ant Harper, who I mentioned at Retro Games Collector. He's a good mate of mine now. We got to know each other via Facebook, literally live in the same area. Both have a great interest in retro gaming and we have a good crack. He's the one who convinced me to start doing these videos, and I'm glad he did, even though it took me ages to get around to doing it. I mean, I had my GoPro probably 6 months before I even did my first video. That's how like apprehensive I was, whereas now I'll just do them and don't mind. There's obviously Gus Newton. I saw him at Doncaster. I'd done one video, that one really first bad video. They'll be there forever for everyone to look back and think, well, we all start somewhere. Can't be as bad as this guy. He actually mentioned me on his channel, and that got me a fair few subscribers to start with. How Gruss is not over 1,000 subscribers is a travesty because his content is superb. If I'd like to see one YouTuber hit the 1,000 mark in the next 6 months, it would be Gruss, because as I say, his content is superb. He's a nice guy. So yeah, if any of you who are watching this channel don't watch his channel, which I'd be very shocked at, go and check him out. I'll put his link below. There's Stu, Tutor UK. Again, when I first started, he's a much bigger tuber than me, and he gave me time of day on his channel mentioning me. And we've had a good crack on Facebook and that, and hopefully, if everything goes alright work-wise the rest of this week, I'll hopefully be going up to Leeds and having a look round at the market up there, and I'll bump into him and we'll have a bit of a chat. That'll be cool. So yes, Stu, thanks to all these channels I'm mentioning now, they'll be in the description below. If you don't check them out, you need to go and check them out. In fact, stop watching this video now, come back in a bit, after you've checked all these channels out. And the last one's Carl Woodlin 37. As I say, he's another one. I like watching his live streams. You're not doing enough of them at the moment, Carl. You need to be doing some more. It's just good banter in there. Like, literally, I turn up in the room and it's time to take the mick out of someone. Either me taking the mick out of Carl, him going on about my hair. He's jealous. If you've seen Carl's hairstyle, he's just jealous. This is cool compared to Carl's hairstyle. But now they're all much bigger tubers than me. They've all given me time of the day since I first started, and they're a good bunch. So go and check them out. I want to congratulate Tony, Retronic Collector. Just check before I started doing this video. You're on 102 subscribers, Tony. Well done. His channel started about a month after mine, and he seems to be getting subs left, right and centre, and he seems a really nice guy. So again, if you've not checked him out, go check him out. His channel's always progressing. I'm looking down here because I've got like pinned to my chair a list of notes and names, so I get everything right. Anyone who regularly comments on my video, it's much appreciated. There's Steve. I don't know all the numbers after his YouTube name, but if you're watching this video, he's bound to comment in the bottom, so click on it. There's Gall Payne. I like his latest video, his Friday Foursome. He's slowed his talking down a bit, I can understand you a bit more, Gull. Superb. Nice bloke, he seems a good crack. Soulfunk Retro, he's not done a video for a while, but he always comments on mine when he's about and around on YouTube, and I appreciate that, and I always try to comment on his. YouTube's all about interacting. If we don't talk to one another, like if you're watching my video now and you think you're going to drop me a message, do it. I wouldn't do this video if no one talked to me. If I didn't get no comments below, I'd jack in. So if you want me to jack in, you know now how to do it. But seriously, it's all about interacting with each other. If no one's watching, no one's talking to you, you don't feel like doing the video. And welcome back after, I think he had a bit of, I don't want to say brain fart, it's not brain fart, but a bit of block on what to do his videos on. And luckily he's found a passion for the new kickoff game, and that's Retro Game Addict. And everyone always adds Lee on the end. His name's Lee. His channel's Retro Game Addict, and he's a nice chap, and he started doing some really good videos again. He's just done the Friday Foursome. He's done a great review on Kickoff, so go and check him out. And anyone who I've missed out, I mean, there's Golden Age Gamer, he's commented on a few videos, but if you do comment, I do appreciate it, and I do try and comment on your videos. I'm not like some sort of like sub person, I don't do that. Like, I might watch some of your videos and none of the others. I'll watch what I'm interested in, and I hope you do the same with me. Although most of mine are the same. You've got to look at my face. Most of mine, as Stu says, I'm a talking head. And I want to do a couple of shout outs back. I should have done this one weeks ago. He's my mate, Nick Hilton. I see him around the booters around here. He's only done 2 videos, but if he's like me, the weather's been rubbish, so he ain't been able to do no booters. And without booters, he can't do his boot sale pickup videos. But his channel's called Marmaduke 24. I'll put the link below again to Nick's channel. Same guy, as I say, he's local to me. We bump into each other at the boots, have a bit of a chat, a bit of a crack, which is all part of the day. And also a chap who started just before me. His name's Pro Assassin 79. His real name's Ian. I don't know if he's starting up a new channel underneath his real name, but I won't link his real name channel. I'll link his Pro Assassin page. He does a lot of boot sale pickups and spot pickups, similar sort of thing. He's got a good channel, and he's not hit the 100 subs yet, and I think he should. He's one of those channels where I think should be hitting that mark. So if you're watching this again and you've not checked out his channel, please go and check it out. If you don't like it, don't sub, but if you like my channel, most of these channels I'm linking you to are pretty much similar sort of subjects. They're not all pickup videos, but they all mostly are to do with the retro gaming world, and if we all did the same videos, it'd be boring, wouldn't it? So that's that. That's all the thank yous and everything I wanted to do. And now I'm going to talk a bit about Pokemon Go, because I suppose I should, because it is a craze that's wiping the world. All I want to say is, if you're playing Pokemon Go, don't keep looking at your phone when you're near roads. I don't want to read in the paper that they'll have to ban this game because some muppets got run over. But it is a good game. Hi guys, sorry about that. My battery ran out while I was basically about to talk about Pokemon Go, so rather than put music over the footage I caught, I decided I'd narrate a bit. At the moment you're looking at basically my house. That's where I live, where the Pokemon guy is walking away from. in the background you can see little blue dots. They're what are known as Pokestops. Basically you go there, spin the disc, and you get Pokeballs, potions, and eggs where you can hatch Pokemon. And also you can see a red thing with a Pokemon keep appearing in. That's a gym. That's my local park. There's a gym there. The Pokemon there at the moment is way too strong for me to consider battling, so I won't be doing that. So Pokemon Go, basically what is this latest craze that everyone seems to be doing? If you ever played the original games, the easiest way to describe it is it's Pokemon with you doing the legs work, basically. You just load up the app on your phone. I suggest you have like some sort of battery pack, or if there's a solar panel charge for you to carry around, because it is a battery drainer. But you walk around, and when I get towards the end of my street, there'll be a couple of Pokemon pop up. Obviously, what I just loaded up a few seconds ago, that tells me what Pokemon are in the area, and I've obviously already caught the 3 types that are around here. So yeah, you walk around, Pokemon will pop up, you throw Pokeballs, similar sort of way of, if you've ever played one of those games where you throw the paper ball into the bin, one of those apps. Similar sort of way, you've got to hit the circular area. There you go, I'm just showing a few more Pokemon there. The circular area on the Pokemon to catch it. It's really addictive. I mean, me and my mates have started up a WhatsApp group. We're all like in our 30s and we're playing this game. Here we go, Pokemon's just popped up. I'll click on him a bit. I'm not sure whether it pauses because of what I'm using to record. Look at that, my local council need to get around doing some weed killing. But there you go, I've just caught, I think it's a Sparrow, and it'll add it to my Pokedex. And that's just basically it really. Basically the more woodland area in here, the more likely you are to pick up Pokemon. But then it seems to be places like churches and stuff that are Pokestops, so it's a good place to go around doing a bit of sightseeing. How typical is that? A rat in my local area, my cat's catching them all the while. Like there's churches, like round by me there used to be a lot of industry, and there's a place called Round Oak Steel. One of the bits of steel that was left behind has been used as a Pokestop so people visit, and basically I think it's a great idea. You know, we're always going on about the obesity problem in this country, and if this is a way of getting people out playing, then great. Now I'm coming up to a main road here, and one thing I will say is, although they seem to be hoax posts at the moment on Facebook, there is a lot of accidents being attributed to people playing Pokemon Go. Although it is nice to pick up the Pokemon, it is not the most important thing in the world, so please keep yourself safe if you're playing this game. But going back to what I said, if this gets people out walking, I mean, to hatch the eggs you have to walk 5 kilometres. You know, and you can't just cheat by sitting in your car. I've tried it. When we're on the way to work, I'm catching Pokemon in the van if I'm in the passenger seat, not when I'm driving. And basically, if it's getting people out walking, doing a bit of exercise, I think it's a great idea. I really do. I know not everyone's into Pokemon, but don't just look at it as a Pokemon app. Use it as an app to go walking around your local area, your local nature reserves. Often there's Pokestops there. Although, like, in the modern world we're all glued to a screen, at least here we're glued to a screen where we're going outside and interacting. Now I spot a Squirtle in a minute, and it's going to cut off the footage because my missus rung me, and I never got this Squirtle. I'm quite sad about it. Neil Funtime Coops, you've just popped up commenting on something on my Facebook, which I think was actually to do with Pokemon Go. And the next bit of footage I'm going to show, this is my Pokédex sort of thing, and what I have to do is you have to send these Pokemon, transfer them back to the professor, and you get Poke Candy in exchange. But each Pokemon has its own assigned candy, and you need to collect the candy to evolve the Pokemon to make them stronger. And obviously the idea is eventually to take over your own local gym sort of thing, or gyms, and leave a Pokemon behind to defend them. But at the moment I've not been fortunate enough to find anything really strong enough to be able to do it. So that's basically Pokemon Go in a nutshell. I may do other videos on this, I'm not too sure. Obviously it depends how long the craze lasts, how well I start doing. If I take over a gym, or if I'm battling for a gym, I might do some footage then. So hopefully anyone who's interested, who's not played Pokemon Go yet, you watch this and you enjoy it. and coming up in a bit is my footage with some music of me going around the charity shops. As always, like, comment and subscribe. Ta-ra for now. Bye.